Well, here we are, guys. The final 8, the last 8 episodes of Dragon Ball Super. Until it probably comes back. Until the movie this December, and then we're probably going to get some other form of it next year. Some people still think, oh, it's just going on a hiatus. Look, Dragon Ball is a very profitable franchise, guys, okay? Whether you call it Super or anything but GT, don't worry. We'll be getting another version of the anime later on. It might continue this story. It might do something else. I don't know. But we're definitely going to see more Dragon Ball. But for right now, for Dragon Ball Super, for the Tournament of Power arc, we got 8 episodes left. And let me tell you, from this episode 124, let me tell you, they need to start packing some more shit into these, okay? If we're only going to do 7 more episodes after this one, we need to start adding some. I understand it's Dragon Ball, all right? This is not Shakespeare we're dealing with, a lot of like monologues and interesting dialogue, okay? But every single time I see 2 characters fighting and it's just whenever I see that, I'm just sitting there like, we're wasting time with this, guys. This is filler. Come on, this is filler. There's only 8 episodes left. Come on, you can cram some more stuff into that. We can trim down the just a little bit, you know. All right, so episode 124. Now, I did not review last week, which, of course, revealed Limit Breaker Vegeta. And if you want my opinion on Limit Breaker Vegeta, he's bluer, so that's a thing he's got going on. He's got cooler eyes now, a little bit of a glint in the eye. But that's, yeah, he's bluer. Okay, he's cool. Or Super Saiyan Blue 2, whatever you want to call it. Is it on the same level as Ultra Instinct Goku? I'm feeling an Ultra Instinct that it's not. It might be just a notch below it. But it's cool, and it makes Vegeta happy, so don't take that away from him. I'm not going to be the dick to take it away from him, so okay, he's Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan Blue 2. Okay, fine. They take on Jiren at the beginning of the episode. They just unload on the guy. The typical stuff with the apapapas and the atatatas and the kamehamehas and the final flashes, Vegeta's attacks are not as, rhythmic as, Kamehame. And, Vegeta's already gotten off 3 final flashes by the time you even finish that attack name. So Vegeta just cuts right to the point. But they launch that out on Jiren, and Jiren, he tanks it. He didn't really have a chance to get back, but he just kind of, appears from the blast, not really, hurting at all. No scratches on him, not even a bruise at this point yet. And they continue their fight. And get ready to see a lot more of that, because I feel the next few episodes are just going to be focused on, this episode was focused on Dyspo. Next episode is focused on Toppo. I would hope that we would at least get 2 episodes from Toppo, and then maybe we can get 3 remaining episodes with the Jiren fight. Then we can get a wrap-up episode for the Tournament of Power itself, like the tournament coming to its close, and the Wish and everything, and then maybe 1 or 2 episodes after that just to wrap up the whole series. I really hope it's not one of those things where it's just like, okay, tournament's over, make a wish, end of series, all in the same episode. I really hope that's not the case. But anyway, yeah, so get used to seeing a lot more of just Goku and Vegeta just fiddle fucking around fighting Jiren in the background in the next few episodes, because I feel like we're going to be getting that. Tonight's episode is focused on Dyspo fighting against Frieza, ladies and gentlemen, and it seems Frieza at the beginning has matched Dyspo's speed. He states, of course, he moves very fast. He's faster than Frieza, but he moves in a very predictable, very linear fashion, straight lines, right angles, all that kind of shit. So Frieza's able to target him and launch an attacks and parry and being able to block him in some cases with his tail. So Frieza's pretty much being the arrogant son of a bitch we all know and love Frieza to be. He's like, you're not going to be able to defeat me. It's not going to happen. So he tries to strike a deal with Dyspo, and I'm not really, I mean, I guess it was just a deal just to mess with him psychologically to get the upper hand, because once again, Frieza's being Frieza. Oh ho ho! But the deal didn't even really make much sense. The deal was just like, you and me fighting is not going to be much of a deal. Is it just going to drain our stamina? So if I lose, if Universe 7 is eliminated, then you have to bring me back with the Super Dragon Balls. Like, me specifically. And I'm sitting here scratching my head like, that doesn't make any freaking sense. Like, wait. So what is he bargaining for? Is he saying, like, you know, if you agree, like I'll stop fighting you, like I'm gonna join your side? Is that what Frieza was saying? Like, I'll join your side in this fight and help you guys out. And if Universe 7 loses, then you gotta bring me back because I helped you that one time. Like, is that the logic? Because that's kind of shitty logic. Even understandable, Frieza was not planning on, you know, that was just probably one of his schemes, but still, I mean, these are the Pride Troopers you're talking about here. They're not easily manipulated by the likes of evil such as Frieza. And there was a moment where Dyspo even called him, you know, you're evil, and Frieza's like, ho ho ho, you have no right to refer to me as evil. Don't really know where that came from. Maybe it's kind of like, you know, the Pride Troopers are from a different universe, and they're all... The Pride Troopers are, like, lawful good incarnate, and maybe Frieza was referring to the fact that, like, you're so goody-goody two-shoes, you know, you don't really understand the whole concept, the gradient of good and evil. You're just all viewing it from, like, one perspective. You have no right to call me evil. I mean, I think that's an apt adjective to refer to Frieza. I mean, come on now. I mean, Frieza... You know, he's had his highs and lows ever since Namek, but I think I would still refer to him as evil, if you ask me. You know, okay. Well, he goes golden after Dispo rejects the bargain. And you know one thing I love about Golden Frieza is every time you go into... This is also padding big time. Every time this is like the third or fourth time we've seen it, if you include the movie. But whenever he goes into Golden Frieza, it's like... It's like they go all out. They break out the choir music in the background. They have the scenes where he's dramatically transforming. He's so beautiful, golden god. You know, like and he always is in the same position every time. He has his hands outstretched, you know, every single time he does it. Like it's a requisite for the fucking technique. You know, so I could feel that's padding. But I also that made me think, remember when Goku first went Super Saiyan on Namek and it took up like 3 episodes? Imagine if they did that every single time Goku transformed. You know, after a while, I mean, it's Dragon Ball, but after a while it would get kind of, you know, redundant. But I guess they have to add the padding. So after going gold, Frieza thinks, like, alright, I'm gonna beat you now. I already had your number when I was in my, you know, my final form, but when I'm in my gold form, there's no way. And then this is where Dispo pulls the freaking switch, and he activates his ultimate technique. What is his ultimate technique? Are you ready to hear it? It is so ridiculously fucking stupid. It's just amazing. His ultimate technique is super max light speed mode. I love it. I love it. And guess what? It's never expanded upon how it works. All you need to know is it's super max light speed mode. So you got normal light speed, right? Then you got super light speed, and then you have super maximum light speed. Oh, dear Christ, I love Dragon Ball. See, the little things like that, you look at that, and that sounds stupid. That sounds like a technique I would come up with in my 5-year-old, you know, fan-fiction-y mind. By the way, I did have a Dragon Ball Z fanfic I was messing around in my head back when maybe not that young. I don't think I was watching Dragon Ball Z that young, but probably like around age 10. Mine was about a guy, he was a Saiyan prince like Vegeta, but he was like from the past, and his name was Rapid. I shit you not, his name was Rapid the Saiyan. And he had like a sister who was a Saiyan, who was the princess, and she was really badass, which I think that was an earlier rendition of Kale. And my friend Ian down the street was, girls can't be Super Saiyans. I'm like, well, mine is. Her power level's 250,000, and Rapid is a million, and the queen is 750,000, and the king is 1,000,000. I was like, because I'm very, very segmental, very, very sectioned off power levels in this Saiyan hierarchy. But yeah, that's the kind of technique I would give Rapid. He has super maximum light speed mode. We never find out how it works. Dispo just kind of surrounds himself with like a purplish aura, and he can move even faster now. So fast it can't even be picked up on Zeno's God Pad in one of the more humorous moments where Zeno was like, we can't watch the fight. I have an idea. Let's use slow mode. And I'm like, there's a slow-mo on the God Pad. Of course there is. But even with the slow-mo, like frame by frame, they can't see because it's like Dispo's bending fucking space and time. And so the Grand Priest is just like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Next time I will prepare a high-spec god pad. And I'm like, next time? How many universes are left after this? Like 4? Well, we got 1, and then we got 1, 5, 8, and 12, and then whoever survives this one. So we'll have 5. So you're going to try this again in a few more years and whittle it down to just, what, like 2 universes? Jesus Christ, Grand Priest. You're still evil. I know we only have 7 episodes left, but that's enough time to show your true colors. But anyway, Dispo is super fast now. He has Frieza on the ropes, almost knocking him off the side, just speed blitzing him, rushing him. Frieza can't really respond. Gohan and 17, meanwhile, they're still fighting Toppo, but Gohan notices Frieza needs some help. He leaves Toppo to 17. Gohan jumps over to Frieza and rushes to his aid there. There's a funny scene after Gohan knocks Dispo, knocks Dispo away. Frieza, he's out of breath from, blocking all of Dispo's moves, but he still can't act like he's injured. So he's like, oh my. So it's Son Gohan here. Are you trying to help me? Oh shit. Okay. I'm good. That was a funny scene. So Gohan and Frieza team up, and this basically just culminates into a snaring move, where Frieza tries to trap Dispo into a perimeter where he can't use his technique all too much, because it seems like in Super Max Lightspeed mode, you have to constantly keep moving at super max light speed. You can't slow down, so he's moving is kind of a detriment if he's in a tight space. So what Frieza does is he shoots out his 10 death lasers, but he keeps them out, and he basically creates a cage around Gohan and Dispo as they continue to brawl. That's where a lot of the buzz does in, and he keeps slamming into the side of the barrier and gets a fucking electrocuted with ki energy. And so this technique, though, it drains a lot on Frieza. Frieza can't maintain this for that long, even in his gold state, because he's basically, these are his strongest, laser blasts condensed into these little tiny, condensed form, and he's sending out 10 of those, and he's maintaining it for, minutes. So even for him in gold state, it takes a lot of stamina. So finally, Gohan has him against the freaking barrier. He's getting fucking shocked. He's like, one more hit, and I guess that'll knock him out, or that'll bring him down. Right when Gohan's about to deliver the blow, Frieza screws up. He loses his grip. The barrier goes down, and Dispo's like, I got one final punch! But then Gohan slips the freaking noose around his neck, grabs him, and, okay. Well, we all know where this is going from here, pretty much. Yeah, this is going to result in Gohan and Dispo's elimination in the tournament. And you know what? I kind of expected this was going to go down because, there's more Universe 7 members than Universe 11. So even if they want to do the sacrificial thing, 1 for 1, 1 for 1, even if Goku and Vegeta want to take out Jiren together, which I think is a very likely possibility, they'll still have somebody left. In this case, it would be if 17 uses all his power to knock out Toppo, and then Goku and Vegeta knock out Jiren. You still got Frieza, so good job. But yes, Gohan and Dispo get knocked off the end, so now we're only down to 4 combatants for Universe 7 and only 2 for 11. You got Toppo and Jiren, and that's all. It's important to mention, though, before I get really into the ending, is that Frieza, he's still skeeving to get resurrected. If Frieza had a choice between going back to Hell and being erased from existence, I think Frieza would probably pick being erased from existence, because he really hates Hell. So he probably has some plan in the works to be like, no matter what happens, I need to make sure I don't go back to Hell. If it's being erased, that's preferable, but I still want to be alive. I still want to be somewhere and be able to do things. I don't want to be stuck in Hell. I guess I'll take being erased to that, but it's not preferable, So yeah, that's the case there. Now, Frieza's still in the running. He's probably just going to stay gold the rest of the entire tournament. Then we cut back over to Jiren and Goku and Vegeta, and they're fighting a little bit more, and that's it. That's the end of the episode, really. And even Piccolo said to Gohan after he gets knocked into the bleachers, he says, that was wise of you for sacrificing yourself, Gohan, because if you didn't, you wouldn't have been able to defeat Dispo. It just wouldn't have happened. He's way too fast for you. You wouldn't have been able to win. And, that's up for debate. I guess maybe a little bit. Maybe there was like some other limit to super max light speed mode we didn't see. I can't imagine he would. It was his last ditch effort, so I can't imagine he would be able to keep it up indefinitely. But then again, keep in mind there's only 6 minutes left at the tournament. Yeah, I think we skipped over 7. I think. Yeah, I think last week was 8, right? So we had a whole 2 minutes this episode. So we're moving down. Only 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. 8 episodes remain. So that means that's still not going to be a exact there. I'm waiting for the episode to be like, there's only 1 minute left, and then the rest of the episode is like that whole minute. Like, really, we're only watching 1 minute of material here. That's great. I have some more stuff for you, though, because I don't usually... I talk about the previews hit or miss. Depends on if there's anything interesting in the previews. Okay, first off, I want you to prep for this, okay? Ready? 3, if you haven't seen it yet. 3, 2... Okay, so next time you orgasm, whether it be of your own devices or with your significant other, that face is going to appear in your head. It's going to flash for a moment. I have cursed you with this. It's going to happen. So get ready for that. And also on the more badass end of the spectrum, God of Destruction, Toppo! Oh man, I'm getting pumped for this. So that's going to be cool. But this episode, just to get out of Dyspo. I mean, Dyspo had his last moment. He was cool. He had his little final technique, which was awesome. He also had another move in the episode called Circle Flash, where he like trapped the enemy with a circle of ki and then it exploded, but that wasn't much of anything. But okay, Dyspo was he was alright, I guess. Compared to the other Pride Troopers, I guess he was the third greatest. But I think from now on, I hope to at least get 2 episodes with Toppo, fighting against, I guess, 17 and Frieza. I guess that'd be the best way to go about it there. And then, who would have thought 17 would still have been in this? I thought 17 would have gotten knocked out a while ago, but he's still kicking. Maybe 17 will be the last one to fight. Who gives a shit? Fine, I'd be cool with that. Frieza takes out Toppo, Goku and Vegeta take out Jiren, 17's remaining. He gets his wish for the giant boat. Which, by the way, I still love that. It's in the anime, I want to wish for a giant boat. I'm going to use the Super Dragon Balls to do that. And even in the Dragon Ball manga, in the Dragon Ball Super manga, they tried to rectify that. Goku even brings up in the manga, why don't you just use the regular Dragon Balls for that? And then 17's like, I don't have time to collect them all. Be like, why don't you do it? Goku, you've been doing this since you're a child, and you have fucking instant transmission. You can collect collecting the Earth Dragon Balls should not take longer than, 6 hours at this point. It should not even take probably not even that long. With your ungodly speed, Bulma's got the radar, you honestly should be able to collect them all in probably less than an hour if you were putting full effort into it. Go around the globe, collect the damn Dragon Balls, give them to 17, wish for your damn boat, and then you can do other stuff with the Super. I mean, come on, this is simple here. But anyway, I'm getting off the rails. But yeah, next week, O-Face Frieza and God of Destruction Toppo. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be pretty cool. He kind of looks like do you ever want to play Xenoverse when they use that who was the chick, Deborah's sister with the huge tits, I forget her name. You'll probably remind me in the thing below. It started with an M. But yeah, when she used her dark magic shit to make, the enemies like Hercule and everybody in the game turn super evil. That's what Toppo reminds me of here. But anyway, nothing like that. I guess 7 more episodes left, so I'm not going to get too critical of this one. If an episode like this happened, 3 episodes left, then I would get pissed. But for right now, we'll just see how it goes. God of Destruction Toppo, next episode. I'm pumped. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Final 7, signing out.